All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. I was planning on doing a live stream last weekend. We had a very long, productive weekend. But I was just doing a whole bunch of other stuff that I did not get to the live stream. Currently in school, had to do a whole bunch of that stuff. We are almost done with class. I've been on Assassin's Creed. I played probably close to 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours this last weekend, just grinding on that game. We are almost finished. I believe I got like two more boss fights. And then we'll be done. And then we will be playing Clair Obscure Expedition 33. I believe that's what you call it. And Doom. Not so sure about Doom, but I know I will be playing Expedition 33. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming that. I think I'm gonna be playing that offline. Um, I'm just telling y'all upcoming things for the future. It is gonna be somewhat of a shorter, non-productive month for June, July, summertime frame because I will be moving, and I won't be able to push live streams or videos out as much. I'm gonna do what I can, but I ain't making no promises. So we try to do the weekly thing, but I try to fit in where I get in, or get in where I fit in. So, as y'all saw in the thumbnail, we got some things to talk about. Not so major drops, but even still, we do have some drops. So, as y'all can see in the thumbnail, we got Elden Ring news. And I believe Elden Ring Night Rain is coming out in a couple of days, I think. So, shout out to all the Elden Ring fans. Shout out to Dark Souls, Demon Souls, that whole fan base. I know y'all are eating good right now. Y'all have been eating good for the past 2-3 years. So, we got news that they're going to be making an Elden Ring movie by A24. Now, A24 has been on a roll as of late. So, I'm actually not surprised that A24 picked this up. So, I'm curious as to how they're going to do this. So, we're going to go into that. We got news of Star Wars. Battlefront 3 might be in the works. Might be in the works. I am a Star Wars fan. I have a confession. I have not fully dived into the Battlefront series. I know how good of the games there are. Battlefront 1, 2, and yeah, we might be getting 3. So I might get into it. I know it's on Steam, but I just never was the one to play online like that back in the day. And then next, Stellar Blade Nikki. Stellar Blade Nikki, we got DLC for that. So we got news for Stellar Blade too. So with the DLC, we got some new characters. We might have a new storyline, and we also got word that Stellar Blade is coming out with a second game within next year or the year before that, 2027. So they cooking. They cooking. So I forgot what Shift Up. That's what it's called. So they're gonna be coming out with a second game, and I'm gonna be ready for that. First game was amazing, but we're gonna get into the more detail on that. Now, this was gonna be a longer live stream because I had a topic that I wanted to discuss, but I don't know if I'm gonna discuss. I'm gonna just kind of dabble. So, Last of Us season 2 just finished recently. The last episode premiered, last Sunday. Season 2 is done. My overall thoughts, I wanted to give my overall opinion on how the show went, where it's going to be going. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it in between? So yeah, I know that this season is getting a lot of flack of how the story is going, the characters especially. very polarizing, just like how the game was when it first came out. But anyway, let's get into the big topic. We got Elden Ring. Elden Ring movie supposed to be coming out. So let me pull up my uh transition stages. All right, so let me switch back over. All right, so Bandai Namco Entertainment Asia and A24 announced plans for an Elden Ring movie. It will be a live-action film adaptation of From Software Inc.'s critically acclaimed video game, helmed by Alex Garland. He is known for his work on films such as Ex Machina, Civil War, and Warfare, and will serve as both writer and director. I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it. So Elden Ring, the game, was originally brought to life under the direction of From Software's Hidetaka Miyazaki, with its rich mythological backstory crafted by George R.R. Martin. Okay. I'm liking it. This is good. This is really good. So we have a director, Alex Garland. I did see Ex Machina a while back. I have not seen Civil War. I heard it's really good. And I've seen Warfare recently. Amazing movie. If y'all like war movies, and I know Memorial Day, just happy past belated Memorial Day, by the way. Warfare was amazing. Now, we got the director for that coming onto a video game adaptation. We good. So I am actually not, I'm not too worried about how this is going to play out. Like, Alex Garland has had a good resume as far as movies go, and the fact that we're getting him onto Elden Ring is going to be interesting. Now, what I am curious about, like I said, I'm not too concerned about how the movie is going to play out. I am curious as to who's going to be in the movie. Who's going to be the main character? I know we're going to be seeing demons, monsters, all that stuff. Like, how is it going to be shot? Are we going to have like a certain type of angle with it? Or is it going to be from like video game roots as far as like the camera angle? I don't know. That's just something I'm thinking about. But I have faith that he's going to do good. I'm sure that he's studied the games, and he's gotten with the creator of Elden Ring, Miyazaki, and they'll go from there. But I need to know how the story is going to be. And honestly, to be honest with y'all, I'm not an Elden Ring fan. Now listen, I got the Elden Ring game just because of the hype when it first came out. I got it physical copy, PS5. I just could not play it. It's just not my type of games. It's an open world. That's too open world for me. Now, I may give it another chance, but I need a game with the linear story. Those are just my types of games. Well, not so much linear, because I did play The Witcher 3 when it first came out, but the story was there already. I honestly don't know the story of Elden Ring like that. Like, I know about the Tarnished, I know about the certain kings and stuff that you gotta beat, but like, is there like a legit story to it? Now, I may be wrong. Somebody help me out. I'm not too familiar with how the story goes. I just know you fight a lot of bosses, and it's one of the hardest games out there. But yeah, I am excited though. I'm gonna give this movie a chance. Never say never. And with the director and the writer of Civil War and Warfare, we got some good stuff. So I don't know when this movie is gonna be coming out. I don't know who the cast is gonna be. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So actually, let me switch back over. So I saw this post on X. Annihilation, he did. This is the score. Warfare, he did, which was amazing, which was a 93. Ex Machina, which was good. Civil War, it was okay, but these are not bad reviews. Like this dude has gotten he's got some good stuff. So we're gonna see how this plays out. Now, are y'all excited for an Elden Ring movie? Do y'all think that we need to stop doing game to movie adaptations, or should we keep going? Now we've had some good stuff. We've had Minecraft just came out. Borderlands was ass. Let's not even talk about that movie. But we've had some we had Five Nights at Freddy's was one of the highest movies of I think that movie came out like 2 years ago. So we've got some TV shows, movie Last of Us. I know it's shaky on the second season, but that first season you can't deny. But hey, we doing pretty good as far as games, the movies, and Elden Ring. It's looking good. So I'm definitely gonna give this a watch. I'm definitely have faith that Alex Garland is gonna make a well produced movie. I already know the cinematography of this game is going to be amazing. I feel like with this, it's gonna give me like Game of Thrones type vibes, but like in a movie version, if that makes sense. So the landscape, the environment, the creatures, monsters, whatever you gotta face in this game is gonna be come to life in the movie. And let's see how this budget is gonna be. Because if the budget is right, honestly the budget don't even gotta be like that, but I feel like with a game like Elden Ring, the budget definitely gotta be there for us, like for whatchamacallit. I just had a brain fart. CGI for all the like the monsters and the action scenes and all of that stuff. So because the game is very big. This game is huge. The stuff that you gotta do. I know with how they did with Minecraft, like there was so many Easter eggs that was from the game. I already know that they're gonna do that from Elden Ring, as far as like weapon layouts, heals, potions, riding on that horse, or is it a horse? I think it's a horse. Um, Summons, the boss fights. Like we might be getting some boss fights, or from the movie, they might have their own their own like unique bosses. But we would still like to see the bosses from the game come into fruition in real life from the movie. But no, I'm interested in how this is gonna play out. So I'm excited for it. I'm gonna definitely watch it. And we probably won't be getting this movie till like 2027, to be real. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else. See, like I said, I'm not an Elden Ring fan like that. I'm not like a guru. I know people who have been playing, who play Elden Ring like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I think I stopped at like the first boss fight. I'm gonna be real. One of these days I might get back into it, but I don't know. It's just not my type of game. Um, and I know this is gonna be a hot take, but Zelda Breath of the Wild, is just not, or the later game, the next game that came after that. Those games aren't just my type of games. It's just too open world for me to do. I can't do it. I can't. So I'm open to giving it another chance, but I kind of figured out where my lane is at as far as video games go. I just like a good story. That's all. and I believe that Alex Garland is going to do a good story. And who knows if this movie does really well, which I'm pretty sure it is opening weekend when it comes out eventually. This movie about to make numbers. Now, I don't think it's gonna make as many numbers or much money as what Minecraft did, because Minecraft came out of nowhere. But even still, Elden Ring is a beloved game that has a wide, um, very, very faithful, diehard community. And yeah, they're gonna be excited for this. So yeah, y'all are eating. Like I said, Elden Ring Night Rain is supposed to be coming out in a couple of days. So yeah, y'all are y'all are good. Y'all are definitely gonna be good for the summer. So yeah, shout out to A24, shout out to From Software, Elden Ring, Demon Souls, Dark Souls, all that stuff. I know the weapons are gonna be crazy. The costumes and the fits are gonna go crazy. So I'm ready. Even though I don't know much about Elden Ring, I'm still gonna go see this movie. So all right, what is the next topic that we got? Let me see. Okay. Star Wars. I am a huge Star Wars fan. I can't even say most of the content that's out there, but I've seen all the movies. I've played some of the games, but I can confidently say that I am an above average Star Wars fan. I'm not a casual by any means. But we got news. Not so much news, but rumors talking. There might be a Battlefront 3 in the works. Now I remember when Battlefront 1 and 2 came out, even back when I was young. Those games are goated as far as like the online play. But I unfortunately missed that whole wave. I have not. I only played a little bit of the recent Battlefronts. Um, but I know the classics were like those were goated. So I might actually go back and play those. Who knows? To see how it is. But yeah, Battlefront 3 is gonna be supposedly in the makes. So let's read this. I'm gonna switch back to my transition. Okay, so fans want Star Wars Battlefront 3 so bad that they pushed Battlefront 2 to an all-time Steam peak 8 years after launch, and even mocked up a menu for a third game on their own. So Battlefront 2 got so much traction now that fans of the game started like their own like what do you call it? Like they it was like a fan created game in a way. So let's read this. So Star Wars Battlefront 2 is having a bit of a resurgence in popularity recently, with calls for EA to return to the series getting so loud that even one of the stars of Andor and a former developer are getting in on it. Last week, the game hit over 9,000 players on Steam, which was very close to its all-time peak of a little over 10,000 back in 2021. But now the game has blasted well past that, showing the fan campaign is well and truly underway. Over the course of the last weekend, Star Wars Battlefront 2 soared over that 10,000 mark, thanks in part to the fan-led Resurgence Day on May 24th. But on Monday, May 26th, which is both a Memorial Day for the US and a bank holiday in the UK, and landed a new all-time peak of 18,635 on Steam. That's wild. That is crazy. So with this game being out for the past 8 years, people are all of a sudden getting back on the game. And I think there are other factors that play into this too, just because of May alone. Now, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, I believe the reopening, they re-released it out in theaters. I believe that came out last month, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was either last month or early May. 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. That's Star Wars Day. We got Memorial Day, and all of a sudden we got this Resurgence Day that happened over last weekend, that we got a whole bunch of fans out of nowhere just started playing this game. For whatever reason, I don't know. But it got so much traction that one of the stars of Andor and a former developer are noticing, and they're like, yo, we might need to make a Battlefront 3. That would be dope. So y'all definitely are paying attention to what the fans are doing, and I'm loving that. I'm loving that. So yeah, I'm yeah, go ahead. If the fans want Battlefront 3, go do it. Like, if y'all are getting numbers like this out of nowhere for a game that's been out 8 years, because I remember when the game came out, it wasn't doing so hot when it first dropped. But now I know with so many patches and stuff, the game it's one of those games that can like still be playable, and people are still playing it. I know Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. People are still playing that game. That game came out in like 2011. I actually might get on that game. And I'm not like an MMO RPG type of person, but it's Star Wars, so I'm gonna give it a shot. But no, this is good. This is good. This is definitely giving EA more info, and is giving them that leeway, that persuasion to go cook up some Battlefront 3. So we got Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and the one before that. Great games. Great games. I played 1 and 2. The number 2 one is on my main channel. Love that game. Love Cal. So they've been doing pretty good with Star Wars. Now, before, let me not say, did EA make Jedi Survivor? They did. Okay. Got it. Yeah, so they made a whole bunch of games actually. Um Jedi Star Wars Survivor, Fallen Order, Battlefront, Squadrons, The Old Republic, Battlefront 1 and 2. Gotcha. Okay. Bet. Yeah, bro, that would be dope. We need that. We need that in the works, cuz they've been doing pretty good with Star Wars games. So, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And I'm looking forward to how it's gonna look on current gen consoles. That's gonna be crazy. We need all the Jedi on this one. We need all the we need just how they did the Lego was all them characters. We need every one of them in Battlefront. And the stages, the environment is gonna look amazing. So y'all are seeing the numbers on this game. So I hope EA is paying attention to this. And side note, currently watching Andor right now. Great show. I'm almost done with that, and then we're gonna move over to season 2. I heard season 2 is real good too. So, but yeah, I got hold on, let me switch over. Like this is my wallpaper, my desktop wallpaper right here. Darth Vader is my favorite character in Star Wars. Like, it used to be Luke when I was older, I mean, when I was younger, but as I got older, the the character of Anakin Skywalker slash Darth Vader is just too good to where as I got older, I got his story and I'm like, yo, this is one of the most well written, most tragic characters ever in media. So he's probably up there as probably like top 3 villains for me of anything, video game, movie, comic book, superhero, supervillain, any of that. Darth Vader is top. He has to be top 3. So yeah, yeah. But hey, Battlefield 3, we need that. Like I said, I'm not really like I haven't played the OGs because I was just too young to play and I didn't have multiplayer like that. I did play the like the recent ones, Battlefront 2. Those were cool. I might need to get back on it though, because with all these people getting back on the wave now, so yeah, I'm gonna have to get back on Battlefront. All right, so next topic, we got Stellar Blade Nikki DLC. I believe that's what you call it. This game right here, amazing. When I first saw this game, I already knew that I wanted it. And when it came out, it did not let me down. Like hold on. The Knicks are playing the Pacers. I need to see who won that. Oh man. Okay. I heard it's not looking too good. But anyway, for the Knicks, I'll look you on the Knicks to win. But yeah, Stellar Blade from the story. The story was okay. It wasn't like what you were going for as far as the story. It was that action. With the way the game looks. Eve, I love her character. The fit she got on, the guns, the way she attacks with the sword or the blade, whatever, and the enemies. Everything just looks so good. Now we got news of a DLC, and this is confirmed. This is coming out real soon, like summertime soon. And we also got confirmation that Stellar Blade 2 is going to be coming out within the next year or two. I believe it's next year though. So I'm gonna switch over to my transition stage, and we're gonna look at the trailer, talk about what we like, what we dislike, but I don't think we're gonna dislike anything about this. So let's go. Let me turn up my volume a little bit. All right, we got guns and a cover system. That's tough. Oh man, I didn't even have my desktop volume on. Hold up. Let's go back. Run that back. Run that back.
Rated M for mature.
There we go. This is tough. Nice.
I'll give it everything I've got. Witness true power. My ultimate blade.
June 11th, 2025. All right. Bet. So if you got the complete edition, you're already gonna have all this stuff. But yeah, that is the that's gonna be the DLC. And from what I've got, from what I've seen, it looks pretty dope. The guns. The gun mechanic looks dope. I like the cover system, but I think that's gonna be like a little mini game. I don't think that's gonna be like with the story per se. I don't think you're gonna travel with the gun. I don't know. I may be wrong, but the gun gameplay looks tough. The cover system looks tough, but I think that's gonna be a mini game. Now, with Stellar Blade, I know that Shift Up, the company or the developers that made this game, before that, before Stellar Blade, they made a mobile game called Nikki. And these are where the characters came from. They're just implementing that with this game, which is super dope. I love that. I love how everything connects. But I'm curious as to see how Eve and the other characters from the mobile game are gonna interact. Are they good guys, bad guys? I'm sure they're gonna be good guys. But we do have the option to fight them, as you can see in the trailer. It looks dope. And the fits go crazy. Now, from the Nikki game, it's very anime heavy looking base. So you are definitely, like in the trailer, you're going to definitely get a whole bunch of anime type fits, which like military type uniforms, anime style. And I'm not mad at that. So I'm wondering how long this DLC is going to be. I need it to be. Now I don't know how long this DLC is gonna be, but I need it to be like a standalone where it's like its own thing. Like it's just as long as the base game. But I don't know how far in the detail they're gonna make that. But it is coming out June 11th. I'm definitely gonna be copping that. See how it plays. So yeah, I'm ready for that. Go ahead and give me that DLC. I know that Nier Automata had a collaboration with Stellar Blade, and I know you got to play as I forgot the character, some of the B1, B2, something like that, and then you got to actually use her fits too. But no, I'm excited, and the fact that we getting a Stellar Blade 2 right after Shift Up, I'm impressed with y'all. Y'all are doing good work. Kudos to y'all. Shout out to y'all. And in Stellar Blade 2, what's the next story gonna be like? What's the characters gonna be like? Are we still playing as Eve? Are we gonna be playing somebody else? Like, are we gonna have more than just the blade? Are we gonna have another weapon like how God of War switched it up? So I don't know, but Stellar Blade was a standout for me in 2024. I think it won Best Action. No, it didn't. It didn't win Best Action. It won like Best Soundtrack or something like that. It won something. I don't know. But I wanted this game to win Best Action because the action was definitely there. And like I said, Eve is one of my new favorites. And I know the costumes are going to go crazy. This is going to be on PC soon. I know the mods are going to be freaked out. There's going to be some freaks out there that's going to mod this game. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. So next topic, I said in the beginning how I was going to dabble in Last of Us. So Last of Us season 2 ended. Last episode was on Sunday, and we will not be getting anything probably in the next probably in the next 2 years, to be real with y'all. It's gonna focus on Abby's storyline. So with this season, it focuses on Ellie and everything on her side. Okay, so season 2. I thought season 2 was okay. We know Last of Us as the game, it's up here. It's goated. We've been with Joel and Ellie since 2013 when it first dropped. We've been with them ever since. Last of Us Part 2 came out in 2020. And we know how polarizing of a game that is within itself. And then we got the video game to live action adaptation from season 1, which was top tier. That season 1, that won Emmys. And now we got season 2. So I will say, I'm gonna give you all my overall thoughts. I'm not gonna go too into detail with the show or like scenes and some things. I really gotta like look back in my Rolodex. But yeah, season two was cool. It was cool. You can definitely tell there was a missing piece because of we got a character that we had lost, and he played a major part. And with that character being lost, we get Ellie, who is the lead now. Now, I like Bella Ramsey. I think she did an okay job. Her acting in some scenes was very exceptional work. I loved it. But I know that, like I said, it's very polarizing. Some people may not like how she did. Some people don't like how there's a lead as big as this in The Last of Us with what Pedro Pascal did, because he knocked that shit out the park with season 1. He was in season 2, but only for a little bit. If you've seen it, not to spoil nothing, but yeah, it was a major difference. And now we get these side characters that are supposed to be the main guys, and with the stuff that Ellie was doing, I'm like, she was getting on my nerves. She was an annoying character for sure, but I will say her acting was good in this. I'm not gonna say it was mid, because I do like her as an actor. What was that? Isabella Merced, she did fantastic as Dina. Tommy, I love how they did. They changed a little bit of stuff with compared to the game, and they went more into detail on some other things. And I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't. I'm glad that they talked about that. There was a character, Eugene. They went more into detail with him, where in the game we only heard his name and like what he did, but in the show we got a little bit more detail. They fleshed him out. We got his wife, Catherine O'Hara, I believe that's her name, and yeah, I like the way that they honed in on certain things that wasn't in the game. But overall, I would give it a 7, and I would give season 2 a 7. Season 1 is up there between like a 9.5 for me. People were not expecting it to be that good. I was not expecting it to be that good, but we got season 2, which was still good, but you could definitely tell it wasn't as good as season 1. And it's all up to Ellie and Abby now. And people are debating if they can hold their own in the show. Now, Abby, we already know from how it ended, it's gonna be Abby's story now. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna flush some more stories out with that part. But I'm still gonna watch season 3. I've not fallen off. This is one of my favorite series of all time. it's not going nowhere to me, and I'm not going to quit this show just because of some uh it wasn't as good as the first season. And I know the internet is going crazy about the characters, about how certain things look, how Ellie looks. Like, all right, I get it, but I really don't care about who the character like looks. I just want the character to be that character like in the game. And I feel like she did a pretty I feel like she did a pretty good job. Like I said, her acting in some episodes was better than most, I will say, but in certain episodes she knocked it out. So yeah, I would give this a solid 7. It's not complete ass, but it's not like all the way perfect either. So it's between like a 6 and 7 for me. Leaning more close to 7. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this live stream. This is gonna be out soon. Like I said, um I'll split this up into video shorts. So I have these videos coming out throughout the week. And yeah, we'll be good. But I hope y'all have a great week. Hope y'all have a great weekend. We're gonna see if we can still do a live stream on Sunday, depending on what news comes out and what I want to talk about. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So we already covered. Let me go back to my notes. So we covered the Elden Ring movie. Alex Garland, he's gonna be directing / writing that. Pretty much the creator of this movie, and it's gonna be with A24. And y'all, if y'all are familiar with A24, y'all know how they get down. So on the next topic, we got rumors of Battlefront 3, because Battlefront 2 got so much traction and it got like a resurgence all of a sudden last weekend, that people are starting to pick it up now. Stellar Blade came out with a new DLC that's supposed to be coming out June 11th, so I'm definitely going to be copping that. And we touched on The Last of Us Season 2. So that is going to be it. And I will see y'all on the next stream. Deuces.